about Wales. And if you read school books, you must know that Wales is the most ancient part of Great Britain. But if you hear about Wales, most of us remember about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, who fought against the Anglo-Saxons invaders. But nowadays, you can associate this country, these different famous, next slide please, and next slide please, this different famous person such as Anthony Hopkins or Catherine Zeta-Jones. By the way, Jones is the most popular surname in Wales, and the most population has this surname. Wales is a country of, next slide please, Wales is a country of Northern Europe, has been a part of the British Empire for a long time. Now the famous Prince Charles is the Prince of Wales, and it symbolizes the connection between two different countries, the England and the Wales and the Great Britain. Although Wales is the part of the UK, this country has its own interesting story which distinguishes it from England. Welsh is the direct descendants from the Romans living in England and Wales currently. The capital of and the largest city in the Wales is Cardiff. And one of the most famous places in Wales is the village of this name, which I can't. This is the name of this village. Its full name, and it's the longest name in the world. And let's say he can.
Cloudy skies, but in the sunshine in northwest Wales at RAF Mona, just up the road from Llanfair to Pwllgwyn, go get a Quindrobble, Llantysilio, go.
Another symbol of Wales is the flag. This depicts the red dragon. If we speak about European language days, we can speak about Welsh language, and it's Welsh. It's the ancient language in the UK, but the most part of the country nowadays use English. But the national language is Welsh. It's very ancient language, which today says only a small percentage of the. It's not symbolized that Welsh doesn't. Doesn't protect their heritage and traditions because this language is very difficult and. They can speak on it most of all. But since 2000, the Welsh language has become nationality, and they teach Welsh in all the schools of the country. And the Welsh is a different language, and the North and South language has difficult grammars and different grammars and different words. And that's all.
The European Day of Languages was first celebrated in 2001 during the European Year of Languages. At the end of this campaign, the Council of Europe, Europe's Committee of Ministers, decided to make this day an annual event to be celebrated each 26 September. Next slide, please. Every year, millions of people in the Council, member states and elsewhere organized or take part in activities to promote linguistic diversity and the ability to speak other languages. Next. The general aim is to draw attention to Europe's rich linguistic and cultural diversity, which has to be encouraged and maintained, but also to extend the range the languages to people who learn throughout their lives and develop their reinforced intercultural understanding. European Day of Languages is an opportunity to celebrate Europe's languages, including those are less widely spoken and immigrant. Everyone can get involved in some way in the European Day of Languages, whether as individual or in a group, within organizations, schools or university, or just among friends. People of all ages can get involved in this day. Everyone can contribute to the success to the European Day of Languages, either by taking part or different events. Next. Britain has a lot of dialect, and I want to tell you about Cornish. Cornish is a Celtic language spoken mainly on Cornwall. There are about an estimated 3,000 speakers of Cornish and 2,000 people of whom claim fluency. Cornish started diverged from Welsh towards in the end of the 7th century Anno Domini and 9th century Anno Domini. Some families are now bringing up their children with Cornish and the first language. Cornish names are popular for children, pets, and houses and pubs. People are writing and performing songs and poetry of Cornish, and the language is taught in some schools in England. After much discussion, Cornish school was set up. The group is held on Saturday at College in Cambernion, and children between 2 and 5 years are attending. Cornish language is closely related to Britain and mutually intelligible with it to some extent. It's also closely related to Welsh, and through there is only limited mutually between them.
Well, you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you